Hi, thanks for joining me today. This video is going to focus on some poses for our shoulders and our hips. We're going to be focusing a little bit on some twisting poses out of a lunge, and then we'll also do a seated spinal twist at the end. So have something to sit on for the spinal twist at the end, a firm cushion or blanket or folded up towel. If you have yoga blocks, you can have them at the end of your mat. If you don't have them, you can use a stack of books or even a small stool if you'd like a little support in one of our lunge twisting postures. So we're actually going to start in table pose. We're going to do a little warm up first. So whatever you have to sit on, just move that out of the way and come to all fours. And as you come to all fours, spread your fingers wide so your wrists are below your shoulders and your knees are below your hips. Find a nice neutral position for the spine. So think of the lowest ribs drawing towards the hips. Think of the crown of the head lengthening forward. Think of nice length in the back of the neck. And then as you exhale, begin to tip the pelvis under, curling the tailbone under, rounding the spine up towards the ceiling or sky. Feel that stretch from the tip of the tailbone to the base of the skull. And then as you inhale, let the pelvis tip the other direction, so the pelvis tipping forward, lifting the heart and the sternum. Think of the tip of the tailbone reaching up towards the sky as you lengthen up through the crown of the head. So keep that going, just moving with the breath. So just some spinal flexion and extension, exhaling. And inhale. Think of full, complete breaths filling the lungs from the bottom to the top with the inhale. And then as you exhale, using that contraction of the muscles in the front of the body to help you release the breath. Inhaling. And exhale. Good. Once more, inhale. And exhale. And then inhale, come back to neutral, back to your table pose. Bring your hands now in front of the shoulders. Press into the fingertips, base of the knuckles. Curl the toes under. Lift the knees just a couple inches off the mat. Hover here. Just find that core connection. Think again, lowest ribs draw towards the hips. And then keeping the knees bent, send your sit bones up and back, coming to a bent knee, downward facing dog. So really press into the fingertips. Find that nice length in your spine. Crown of the head to tip of the tailbone. Think of the length also in the sides of the body, from the pinky finger all the way up to the hinge of the hip. And then gently press down through the right heel. Let the left knee bend a little bit more and gently look under that left arm. Nice stretch to the right side of the body. And then bend the right knee, come back to neutral, straighten the left leg, bend that right knee a little bit more, looking under the right arm, getting that stretch in the left side of the body. And then bend both knees once again, find that nice length through the crown of the head. And then a little bit more weight into the left heel. Inhale, lift the right leg up, bend the right knee, look towards your hands, step your right leg forward, coming into a lunge. So lower the back knee down, heel, right heel underneath the knee, come halfway up. Just find your nice alignment here. Think of collarbones nice and wide. Think of that right hip drawing back, and then sweep the arms all the way up. Reach up through the fingertips. Still think of that engagement of those abdominal muscles, lowest ribs draw towards the hips. Inhale and exhale, and then just take a little cactus pose with the arms, draw the shoulder blades back. Inhale and exhale. And then once again, inhale, extend the arms all the way up. And then as you come into your twist, bring your right hand to your sacrum, fingertips point towards the tailbone, left hand to the outside of the right knee, palm facing out. Press your right knee into that left hand as you twist to your right. So collarbones nice and wide, find your foundation, press into the feet. Think of that right hip drawing back. Inhale and exhale. And then as you inhale, untwist, float the arms again all the way up and overhead. Exhale the hands down to the mat, curl the back toes under, lift your back knees, step back to your downward facing dog. You can keep the knees bent, or you can pedal the feet a little bit more, or you can straighten the legs, whatever feels good for you, however your body's warming up. Just make sure you're breathing, inhaling and exhaling. And now a little bit more weight into the right heel. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Bend your left knee, look towards the hands, step your left leg forward. Now, if it only gets part way there, just take on hold with your hand, help it step forward, lower the right knee down and curl the toes. Left heel under the knee, press into the feet, float the arms again all the way up. Reach up through the fingertips. That left hip is drawing back, lowest ribs drawing towards the hips. Just inhale. And exhale. Once again, let's take those cactus arms, bend the elbows out to the side. Inhale and exhale. And this time, let's sweep the arms a little bit behind us, a little bit more opening through the front of the body, through the front of the chest. Inhale and exhale, and then sweep the arms again all the way up. And then twisting to your left. So now that right hand comes to the outside of that left thigh. Left hand to the sacrum. Make sure your left knee doesn't slide in towards the midline. So press the left knee out into that right hand, that right forearm. Collarbones nice and wide. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. Another breath. Press into the feet. Find that energy from the ground up. And then inhaling, untwist, float the arms again all the way up. Exhale the hands down to the mat, curl the back toes under, lift the back knee. Once again, step back to that downward facing dog. Again, your variation. Inhale and exhale. So building a little strength here in between our lunging poses with this downward facing dog. Now a little weight again into the left heel. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Bend the right knee, step the right leg forward, lower that left knee down. So here is where you can use that block if you have one. So you can rest your hand on a left hand on a block. You can also keep your hand down on the mat, that's fine. Inhale and exhale. So we're taking this twist this time. So float the right arm all the way up and overhead, twisting to your right. That right hip is still drawing back. We're pressing into all four corners of that right foot, the top of the back foot. And then option, if you'd like, curl your back toes under, lift your back knee. Now think of that energy pressing back through the heel of that left leg. You can always keep your knee down, maybe just curl the toes under. Inhale and exhale. Now take that top arm, that right hand, sweep it towards the back of your mat. So palm facing out. So you're feeling that nice stretch through the front of the chest, getting that contraction of the muscles right along that right shoulder blade, and then sweep the arm all the way back down to the mat. If you're using your block, move it out of the way, step back to your downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. Again, maybe a little pedal of the feet or bent knees or legs straight. And then weight into the right heel. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Step the left leg forward to your lunge. Lower the back knee down. Take that block if you have one right underneath that right wrist. Again, if you have a stack of books, you can use that. If you have a small stool, you can use that too. So that left arm is going to float all the way up, twisting to the left. Make sure that left knee doesn't wing out to the side. Keep it right over top of the heel. Inhale and exhale, and then your option, if you'd like, curl the back toes under. Maybe that's enough sensation, or lift the back knee, press through the heel. Make sure you're breathing, inhaling and exhaling. And then again, sweep that arm, reaching back towards the back of your mat. Feel that opening in the front of the chest and that contraction of the muscle right on the inside of that left shoulder blade. And then sweep that arm down, move your block if you're using it, step back again, downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. And then release the knees down to the mat. We're going to come into a wide knee child pose. So big toes together, knees towards the outside edges of the mat, hands towards the outside edges. Send your hips back towards your heels with the forehead released down. If your forehead doesn't come all the way down, you can take one of those blocks if you have one, letting your forehead rest on a block. Or you can stack your hands up, maybe make fists with the hands. Give yourself, again, that little support if you need it. Just inhaling and exhaling. And then pressing into the palms. Inhale, come up to your table pose. And then just swing the feet off to one side. and find your blanket or cushion, whatever you're sitting on. So have that behind you with your leg extended out. Now you can stay with your legs extended long in the mat. I'm just facing you so that you can see this from this direction. So starting in Dandasana with the feet straight out in front of you, feet flexed, legs hip distance apart, hands on either side of the hips, roll the shoulders back. So we're finding this engagement in Dandasana for staff pose. Now bend your right knee, bring your right foot to the outside of that left leg. Make connection with all four corners of the foot. So you might need to bring that leg a little further away to find that connection. So find a place that feels comfortable for you. Left hand is going to thread underneath the right knee. Think of drawing that right knee towards the left shoulder. Left leg energized, foot flexed. Inhale, float the right arm up. Lengthen the spine. Exhale, release the hand down behind you. Little tent with the fingertips behind that right hip. Inhale, lengthen up. And then as you exhale, gently twist to your right. So think collarbones wide, shoulder blades active on the back of the body. Find your foundation, even weight in the sit bones, nice length and energy in the left leg, right foot connected to the earth. Spine lengthening. And then once again, inhale, lengthen up through the crown of the head. Slowly untwist. Bring that right leg back out. Come back and set your foundation once again. Inhale and exhale. Good. So now bend the left knee. Bring the left foot to the outside of that right leg. Right hand is going to thread underneath that left knee, drawing that left knee towards the shoulder. And that's the first place that we find that connection. We can really think of the spine lengthening. And then as you float the left arm up, again, another bit of length. And then as you exhale and bring the hand behind you, you can press into the fingertips to help, again, keep that length in your spine. And then slowly revolve your torso to the left. Inhale and exhale. Think of lengthening the spine as you inhale. And then as you exhale, just letting your body settle a little bit more deeply into the twist. And then once again, excuse me, inhale, lengthening up through the crown of the head. Untwist as you come back to center. Bring that left leg out, bring the feet a little wide, and just do a little windshield wiper of the legs. And then just come to a comfortable seat for you. Maybe cross-legged, maybe stay with those legs extended, palms turning up, hands resting on the thighs. Close the eyes for just a few moments. Just take your focus inward. Notice how your body feels. Noticing sensation in the hips and the shoulders. Maybe feeling some movement of energy, some warmth or tingling in those areas. And then as you're ready, gently bring your hands to your heart. Think of lifting the sternum to meet the thumbs. Widen again across the collarbones. And take a deep breath in, long breath out. And then very gently, as you're ready, let the eyes open. So thank you so much for joining me today for this short sequence to help a little bit with movement for the hips and a little release for the shoulders. And again, this is a sequence that if you want to, you could repeat it a couple times, especially that flow between the lunges and down dog. So nice flow to help warm up for your shoulders and hips before you ride or do any other activity that you have planned for your day. So thanks for joining me today. Please give me a thumbs up if you like this video, subscribe to my channel, check out Grey Horse Yoga in the description box below, and I hope to see you sometime soon in the saddle or on the mat. Bye-bye.